I'm in Seattle, so it's 5 o'clock here. I'm Cherry Haisten. I'm a member of the Contemplative Outreach Welcoming Prayer Team, and I'm delighted to be with you this afternoon. We decided at the beginning of before the launching of these meditation chapels, that in this time of pandemic, of quarantine, of social distancing and all of that, that it might be a good idea to have these welcoming prayer Zooms. I found it to be amazingly deepening, grounding in the prayer that I've been doing for many, many years. But more grounding than anything I can remember, to have these times together. And I hope that you found it that way too, and that it will continue to nurture you. And if you appreciate having these and want to continue having them, please go to the Contemplative Outreach website and click on Contact Us and give us a message to that effect. Because as things change in this fluid situation that we're in, we will continue to discern whether to offer these regularly or to rearrange things. So your input would be helpful. In this half hour, we will do, well, the way I see it is that the half hour is a half hour of prayer. Our lives of prayer. And yet we're in and out of our awareness of that. I hope that this half hour helps you to be aware that you are in prayer all the time. We're always in relationship with God. So from beginning to end, please be praying. Pray the welcoming prayer. As I talk, as whatever happens with technology, please pray as this time rolls on. I'll begin with a spoken prayer, and I'll have some words to say. Tonight, the theme on my mind is the question, where am I? Where am I? And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. So, the Lord be with you. The Lord is with you. O divine beloved, may we know the healing power of your presence in every moment of our lives, in every breath, in every step, in every fiber of our being. In this short sacred time together, gathered as a virtual micro Christ, may we set the present moment in these particular bodies you have given us for our lives on earth. Help us to consent ever more deeply to your presence and action within each one of us, in all we are experiencing and in all that exists. May your Spirit move through these moments, weaving them together and weaving all of our broken and disparate parts back into a whole, even as your love weaves all of us, all humanity, and all creation together. Amen. So, as I said, the theme that came to me for today is, where are you? Sometimes we know, and sometimes we don't know. The welcoming prayer calls us to know where we are, to be where we are, wherever that may be, here, now, in this present moment, in this body. So let's move into the practice. Let's take a deep breath. Take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to come fully into this present moment, consenting to being exactly where you are, consenting to being in this particular body you've been given for this life on earth. And notice what's happening in your body. What's happening inside you? Go to whatever calls to your attention. Whatever in your body is calling to your attention, notice that. Allow yourself to feel it. Feel it fully. Sink into it. And welcome, welcome, welcome whatever it is that you've noticed. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. Welcome, welcome. And continue to notice. Continue to notice what's happening in your body. No matter what that is, without judgment or commentary. Feel what you notice. Feel whatever your body calls your attention to. Sink into the feeling or the sensation. And welcome. Welcome. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. And I have a few words to say. And as I speak, please continue to notice. Notice what's happening within you, even as I speak, and continue to do the prayer. The prayer is much more important than anything that I can say. So just continue to be praying, and I will be a little bit of a drone in this time. So the question, where are you? That question is the opening line of this little book that you all may be familiar with, The Human Condition by Father Keating, a little gem of a book. The question, where are you, he develops in the beginning of the book, and he continues to ask the question and ask other questions related. And he reminds us that God asked that question. He asked the very same question of Adam and Eve, presumably. Where are you? Where are you? And where were they? They, like us, were somewhere besides where God had called them to be. The disciples asked Jesus, "Where do you dwell?" He invites them, "Come and see." That invitation is an invitation for them to observe him, to see the way he lives, where he dwells moment by moment, not a physical dwelling place, not a physical path or a road map, but a way of being, a life to be lived. Jesus says, "Abide in me as I abide in you. Remain in me. Live in me." Where do you dwell? Where are you? So just letting those words be, continue to notice what's happening in your body. What are you noticing? What's happening inside you? Whatever that is, allow yourself to feel it. Feel and sink into it. Whatever it is that you're feeling or experiencing in this moment, feel it and sink into it. And welcome. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. Welcome. Please continue noticing and then feeling and sinking into, welcoming, letting go, and embracing. Continue to let your body guide you through the prayer. Again, just continue with your prayer as I share a few more words from the human condition. Father Thomas says that when we ask ourselves this excruciating question, where am I? All the questions that are fundamental to human happiness arise. And those questions are, where am I? Where am I in relationship to God, to myself, and to others? He says these are the basic questions of human life. The welcoming prayer calls us to be where we are right now in this present moment, in these bodies. We could do it every moment of every day to help us come back into the present moment and into our body. Because often if we stop to ask that question, we find that that's not where we are at all, that we're not in the present moment. We're not noticing our bodies at all, but we're somewhere else. And of course, we're in good company with other human beings who, like us, are somewhere else besides in the present moment. Think about a few examples. Peter in the garden denying Christ. Where was he in that moment? He lost himself for a moment. And pretty soon he realized what he had done. The prodigal son finds himself in a pigsty and begins to ask himself, why am I here? What am I doing here? Where am I? Paul finds himself doing exactly what he doesn't intend to do. And maybe you too have done that. I have once or twice in my life found myself doing exactly what I did not intend to do. And then noticing and saying, what in the world? Where am I? What was I doing? In those moments, the welcoming prayer is there to help us to come back into the present moment, to come back into our relationship with God. When we consent to what's happening right here in this moment, whatever that is, that's where we meet God. God is there always, present to us always, embracing us always, even when we're a million miles away, when we're in a daydream or a deluded moment. So that brings us back to our practice. Where am I? Where am I? Just notice. Notice where you are in this moment. In this body, in this particular room where you're sitting, in this strange new world of Zooming, in this particular virtual microcosm of the body of Christ, right this minute. Just notice. Notice your body. Notice where you are. Feel what you're feeling. Feel and sink into whatever you're experiencing in this moment, no matter what it may be, without judgment or commentary. And welcome. Welcome. I let go of the desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. And please continue in the silence to move through the prayer, to notice, and then to go through the 3 movements. And continue to welcome whatever you're noticing. Welcome. Welcome what you're feeling, what you're experiencing in the moment. Knowing that God is there, present and active. Welcome as an opportunity to consent to God's presence and action in this moment. And embrace this moment as it is. feel and sink into. Welcome, welcome. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. And I'll read you a part of Psalm 26. O beloved, I would choose the path of wholeness, trusting in your love without reserve. May my heart be as your heart. May my mind be as your mind, as your steadfast love guides me, as I live in faithfulness to you. O loving presence, I cherish your dwelling place, my heart. Oh, that I might radiate love divine. Keep me always in your presence. Make me holy, complete in you. For I would choose the path of wholeness. In some mysterious way, God is healing us, transforming us on a level we can't see, and bringing us to wholeness and holiness. We ask the question, where am I? Our answer might be, I'm all over the place. You've probably heard people say that, or maybe you've said it yourself. I'm just all over the place. What does that mean? It means we're distracted, we're fragmented, we're functioning out of parts of ourselves instead of the whole of who we are. The welcoming prayer helps us to come back to the present moment, to consent to the content of that moment as the place where God is present and active. So where am I? Am I here, available for God, or am I somewhere else in all of my preoccupations, in my denials, in my ways of running away, in my escapes, my addictions? But we come back to our bodies, the place where we dwell. Psalm 23 says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Remember that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. So that house of the Lord, that temple, is our bodies. So when we're all over the place, we return to these bodies we've been given and to that divine indwelling at the heart of who we are. So as you go today, I hope that you will remember the question, where am I? And that you will remember the prayer that we have been committing to ever more deeply, to stay present in the present moment, in all of the moments of our daily lives and all of our ordinary activities. It's there for you, and God is there, present, holding you, embracing you, even as you embrace this moment as it is.